Shalom and welcome to all my brothers and sisters. Daniel chapter 7, specifically verses 13 through 14. Many Christians and Messianics use this passage of one like the Son of Man coming on the clouds of heaven. He will have dominion and everlasting kingship, and everyone will serve him. They use these passages, or are taught these passages, to be speaking about Jesus or Yeshua as the Messiah, specifically the second coming of Yeshua or Jesus. Now, is this in fact the case, that this is speaking about none other than Jesus or Yeshua, like the New Testament claims? The Gospels make Jesus or Yeshua state in many passages that he is the one, like the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven, that he will return. Now, is this in fact the case? The context of Daniel chapter 7? No, it's not. If you read Daniel chapter 7 again, context is everything. If you don't read the entire chapter, you won't know what's going on. In Daniel chapter 7, from beginning to end, you see that Daniel has visions in the night of creatures, 4 creatures, like a lion, like a something else, like a son of man. What does this mean? If you see in verse 15 specifically, Daniel says, I couldn't understand what this dream was about. I was confused. I was horrified. He didn't understand. He was saying, I need to understand this. So even Daniel didn't know what to think of this. Now, apparently the Christians and Messianics know something Daniel didn't know, right? They know more than Daniel. But if you see, you keep reading, the angels give him the answer. It's very, very clear, okay? So it says here, in verse 17, they explain to him, these great beasts, 4 in number, mean 4 kingdoms that will arise out of the earth. Then the holy ones of the Most High will receive the kingdom and will possess the kingdom forever, forever and ever. Now it goes on, if you keep reading the verses, it says that the 4th beast, which is the final kingdom, which is Rome, will grow a horn out of its head, which means it's going to be changing, morphing into something more terrible. And we know what that is. It's when Rome adopted Christianity. Rome and Christianity came together. We know what came from that. The Vatican, the whore of all whores of religion. The Pope and all of them. That's what this is. The Vatican is the source of all wickedness. We see that with the Pope today, who incredibly is a disgrace to the Jewish people. He's a Jewish individual who was a traitor to the Jewish people who joined Rome. But this is who the final beast is. Rome joining with Christianity. That's what the final horn is. But moving on, verse 21, before verse 21, it talks about that this final morphing of Rome and the Catholics, the Christians, will go against Jerusalem, will go against Israel, the chosen ones, and will cause problems, suffering. We see in verse 21, I looked on as that horn made war with the holy ones and overcame them until the Ancient of Days came and judgment was rendered in favor of the holy ones of the Most High. For the time had come and the holy ones took possession of the kingdom. Verse 25, he will speak words against the Most High and will harass the holy ones of the Most High. Again, it's more than one individual. It's the holy ones, the remnant of Israel, the righteous of Israel, is not speaking about a Messiah. It's still in verse 25. He will think of changing times and laws, and they will be delivered into his power for a time, meaning Rome. Changing times, seasons, we see what's happening. Look around you. Greco-Roman culture everywhere. In the dating, the days of the week, the months, everything is paganism, Greco-Roman, all over around you. That's exactly what we see. It says, then, verse 26, the court will sit and his dominion will be taken away to be destroyed and abolished for all time. The kingship and dominion and grandeur belonging to all the kingdoms under heaven will be given to the people of the holy ones of the Most High. Their kingship shall be an everlasting kingdom. So we see when we read in context, we can understand what the scripture is talking about. Context is everything.